Welcome, welcome.
We're recording.
It is my podcast, his Mancave.
Have we talked about Glenn at all? Has anybody talked to Glenn?
I talked to him recently. He apparently he's been working on his car a lot, doing the race scene.
Yeah,
you know?
I've noticed that on his Facebook.
Yeah.
Well,
He should be coming back soon.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's up, man?
Yeah, we'll juggle those globules when we got them.
Man, we'll figure that out.
Mhm.
That'll be an easy fix.
Yeah. We'll have a battle royale.
Yeah.
And we'll just, oh my God, we should do like a giant paintball war. We should get a bunch of people together and do a paintball war.
Now, I've got enough Nerf guns to supply a small army.
It's not the same as paintball.
No, you're absolutely right. What about, not paintball, but,
Airsoft?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now we're
Yeah.
talking.
Now we're talking. Dude, there's this place. You know, my birthday is coming up.
Okay.
We could get a bunch of people together and go do airsoft like over in Texas somewhere.
Okay. I got a buddy of mine that's got like a couple of guns. We used to point blank range each other with those fucking things.
God, what a fucking guy thing to do.
Oh man, it was such a stupid thing. And we had this rule where it was, whatever you did to me, I get to return to you. You know what I mean?
That's why I always opened with oral sex.
Oh, well, we meant with just the airsoft guns. Like, if you shot me on fully auto,
Missed.
guess what? I'm shooting you on fully. And if
Well,
you,
no, I shot him on fully auto.
If
too.
we used to do it like, hey, everybody take
I
one
was
to the
still talking about
hand.
oral sex, I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know.
excuse me. I'm sorry. I forgot.
No trouble.
Uh,
I saw you not react
Yeah,
to
I
that
didn't-
joke, and
it
I was
did-
just like,
it
oh, he
did-
thinks
it
I'm
went-
talking about guns and
yeah,
not
it
my
went
penis.
in one right out the other. I guess kind of like your sex.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we used to point blank to the hand, to the shin.
Oh, yeah.
To the back. Bear skin, whatever.
Like I said, man, that's such a kid, boys growing up shit. Because I used to do the same thing with all my friends.
Well, guys are fucking stupid.
Yeah, we're so stupid. Did you ever do that thing where you sharpen the edge of the corner and your bloody knuckles, you had to shoot the edge of the corner at the guy's knuckles sitting on the other end?
I never played that one.
Yeah.
I used to do the bloody knuckles where you'd hold your hands and
Oh yeah.
like that to each other.
No, that was a big thing in my middle school. The sharpen the edge of a quarter
Really?
and then just pew, shoot it out.
Man, I never played that one. What the hell are they doing?
Probably dog stuff.
Yeah, they're being dogs. You notice I had to take the kennel out.
I did not notice.
Yeah,
not until you-
I didn't have to. I did. I'm gonna rebuild it. I'm gonna do it a little different.
Yeah.
So I
Put
think
a
I'm.
little TV in there for him.
No, not quite that much. I guess I could. I got extra televisions floating around
just
here.
put a TV in there. Homeward Bound. A lot of dog movies. Rin Tin Tin.
Milo and Otis.
Anyone where the golden retriever is allowed to play sports because there's no rule against it.
Yeah. Air Bud, is that right?
There's an air bud, there's an air hockey, there's an there's an air football. There's one where a golden retriever basically plays every sport short of lacrosse and actual horse riding. There's no dog jockeys.
Who watches that shit? You can't say kids because I got 3 of them, and that's not a good group because they don't watch that shit
Here's
either.
the thing. Exactly who watches those movies. Who watches those movies are people that turn on an ABC Family type channel and then forget it's on.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly
Just let it play
who
in the
watches
background?
it. Yeah.
So that way you don't hear any F-bombs or anything floating
exactly.
around, while you're eating dinner?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
people that just it's ambient white noise. That's all those movies are.
Well, guys are stupid, though.
Guys are the stupidest. And like I said, it's one of those things where it's some guys grow out of it, but a shocking number don't. Where it's just the number of dumb and dangerous shit that you have to do to one-up each other. That's why Jackass became so popular.
And it was very popular.
Yeah.
I mean, very popular. Check this out. So this is, speaking of guys being dumb, so this is a dumbass.
Go to the guys being dumb folder.
I've got one pretty much. So guys being dumb is this douchebag here.
Okay, I see the kayaking part.
Okay, so he apparently decides that he's going to just hit this beehive.
Holy shit,
Dude,
that is a ton of
fucking
bees.
I don't see why he's not in the water yet.
Yeah.
Why are you not in the water? I do not
Because there's
understand
piranhas
that
in the
whatsoever.
water or
Yeah,
some shit.
and that's just a good example right there of how fucking guys are dumb as fuck, man. Because that dude, he's got no shirt on, he's got a hat on backwards, he's in a canoe, and he just fucking smacks bees. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen?
Look at how many fucking bees those are.
Man, that is a lot.
That's so many fucking bees. You know, if you got stung by even 10% of those bees, that's your entire body.
Man, I used to run a lawn service, and I used to get hit by yellow jackets and wasp and shit constantly. You know, you go open somebody's back gate, and there's a wasp there, and it hits you in your finger, or something like that. You know, but I remember one day I was cutting, and I'd run over some yellow jackets first thing in the morning. And, you know, they're not really, they're aggressive, but they're only kind of territorial aggressive from what I know.
Yeah.
And they came out as I drove over the top of them. They hit me in my ankles. I've been hit with them quite a few times. As long as it's not in the face, man, it's not that bad.
No.
So fast forward to that afternoon, I'm cutting, I just got to the last yard that we were about to cut, man. And it had been raining. So, you know, this yard had not been cut in a minute. Cut the front yard, go around to the backyard to cut the backyard. I get around the backyard, and I'm cutting my outer edge like I always do. And, man, I get hit in the leg with something. I mean, it feels like somebody, like, shot me.
Yeah.
And I look down. I'm like, man, what the fuck? I mean, because it's a hard stab, pinch, pain, like, ow. And I look down, and I've got, like, 4 or 5 of these big, fat, black bees just stinging me, backing off, coming back in, stinging me again, and they're on both sides of my legs, just tagging both of my legs. And I'm freaking out, and I'm trying to like swat them with my hands, you know, and you can see everywhere that I rode in the yard because I was still cutting grass, you know what I mean?
The lawnmower didn't stop.
And I made it all the way into the backyard, and they finally came off of me, stopped tagging me.
Yeah.
And I turned the blades off, rode all the way around to the front yard, and like as I was going around, I could see that there was a lot of bees on the back porch.
Yeah.
So I just rode up to the front, ran off my lawnmower into their house, and opened the front door because I mean this is customers, I know who they are.
Yeah.
And was like, nobody go outside. Well, they had this huge bay window that looks out into the backyard, and you couldn't see the tree that was growing in their, like on their porch. They got this huge cedar tree. It's like a national or a historic tree, like for the state of Louisiana.
Yeah.
It's a cedar tree that's bigger around than this table. It's huge cedar tree, and you can't see it because there's so many fucking bees that are swarming the backyard. Man, we called Billy the Exterminator, and they said, fuck you, we're not, that ain't happening. We ended up calling like 4 or 5 people here in town, and finally got a guy, I believe he was out of like Lafayette or Lake Charles or something like that.
What is it? The guy that actually owns the beekeeping, honey making thing?
They killed every one of them.
Oh,
these were he told us that they were Africanized very aggressive bees.
Yeah.
And that with all the rain that we had, you know, this house that we were at is right over here by the ditch on Gilbert.
Yeah.
So with all the rain that we had and all the water, they probably got flooded out of their house. So they escaped to the first thing that they could find, which happened to be the eave of this house.
Yeah.
And when I came around the backside of that lawnmower, I was in their territory, and they were like, "Nah, brother, you got to go."
No, we're here now.
But what saved me from not getting, because one of my guys that was working with me walked back there to see what was going on, and they went for his face. Like, they went for the highest point that they could. And I was talking to an EMT a few days later, because my legs swelled up. Now, they didn't really swell up. They ripened. Like, I mean, it was like a ripe watermelon. They were just really, really tight. And when the swelling went down, you could see all the puncture marks. And I had like 30 or 40 each leg. I mean, I had a lot. And I had talked to an EMT because, you know, for a couple of days, I mean, clearly I didn't feel that good, you know.
Yeah.
And I talked to an EMT, and he was like, man, you know, take Benadryl, whatever, like you've been doing or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, you know, what really saved you from not really getting hit anywhere else but your legs is probably those yellow jackets that stabbed you that morning. Because these bees were going after that pheromone from those yellow jackets. Instead of hitting me everywhere else, they were going after that scent, is what he told me. I mean, it seems plausible. I don't know if it's true or not, but they didn't hit me anywhere but my legs. They didn't go after my arms, my body, my head, my face, nothing, just my legs.
Yeah. Well, it's also because I think he's right about the pheromones, not necessarily because that's where they stung you, but because that's where they were, because yellow jackets and bees are natural enemies.
Oh, okay, that makes sense too. Yeah,
they don't. So if they sensed like any kind of yellow jacket on you, because they don't really, most bees don't really perceive on a natural level like humans as enemies.
Right.
They're just like, oh, this is a big fucking thing.
Right, and I'm on a lawnmower that's going.
Yeah. But like yellow jackets, they immediately go, oh, yellow jacket pheromone. We have been bred thousands of years to attack that.
Right, yeah. That makes sense too.
Oh man, it's like on the complete opposite end. Over at my house, I just mowed the backyard, and then I don't know whether it was a bird or a squirrel or something, but like a bee's nest fell down, and I was well away.
Okay, good.
I was like, it didn't fall on me. I was like 50 feet. Yeah, I was like 50 feet away, and like I stood there and watched it for like 20 minutes because like they flew in such a way as like to protect their queen and to move around and like kind of like suss out everything and protect an area, and they flew in such cool formations. It was like that. It was gorgeous to watch. It's like the splendor of nature.
When you say a hive fell, was it like an actual, like one of those typical, like what you see, like defined hives, or was it just,
It wasn't like, a Winnie the Pooh reaches inside and getting honey.
Okay,
yeah. It was actually like pretty small for a beehive. You could tell like they'd probably not been at, like it's probably a younger queen, probably not been at it too long.
Right.
Because like I said, all in all, there couldn't have been more than like maybe 100, 120 bees.
Talking about bees makes me think of, I pulled up at Barksdale Boulevard in Jimmy Davis one day.
Yeah.
And I'm smoking a cigarette, and I got my window down, and this bee flies in, and I'm like, man, what the fuck? And I swat him out. And well, then like there's more. And I look up, and there's a truck that's like a car, maybe 2 cars in front of me.
Yeah.
And he's got bee boxes in the back of his truck that have fallen over, and there's bees everywhere. And I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, the light turns green and we take off, and I'm trying to get my window rolled up because there's bees fucking flying into my window. Because this dude just takes off. I try to get his attention, and he just looks at me like, fuck you, leave me alone. But I mean, realistically, what the fuck was he gonna do about it?
Yeah.
He can't do nothing about those bees.
Yeah, now that they're
over.
out,
yeah, they
like
fucking
you can't put them back.
They'll try to follow me as long as they can.
Yeah.
But no, man, what the fuck?
And that is the thing. Those
It's
bees
so
actually
funny.
will follow him.
Oh yeah, it's so funny though, because I mean, there were just bees all in the back of this dude's truck, just everywhere.
Yeah, no, I actually met a guy that runs. There's a local guy that has like a beekeeping, like makes honey around here.
Yeah, Hummer and Sons.
Yeah, that's the one.
I used to buy their honey all the time from the LSU Ag Center over in Bossier, off of 71 South. Mm-hmm. They used to keep it in there, and if I had cash on me, I'd buy it. And man, my wife used to get mad at me because by the time I got home with a jar of honey, it was half empty.
Yeah,
because that'd be what I ate all day that day. That honey is fantastic. That Hummer and Sons honey is delicious.
Yeah,
but hey, I can't lie, I'm a honey fan. I like. They used to do it. I don't think they do it anymore. But Chicken McNuggets from McDonald's you could get honey instead of barbecue sauce. And that honey they used to have was fire with chicken nuggets.
Man, I wish I had told you. One night I got invited to this thing that Robinson was doing, some special event they were doing. And Hummer & Sons provided the honey.
Yes.
And every dish was made with honey that night. Like,
fantastic dessert. Mm-hmm. Cornbread, fresh out of the oven, milk and honey.
Yep.
Man, my
you keep it simple.
Let's see, Miss Patty, my stepmother-in-law, she's the one that we were eating dinner with my wife's father and his wife, and she said, "Are y'all ready for dessert?" And because you heard the oven ding or whatever, and we were like, "Yeah, sure. What is it?" And she was like, "Cornbread." And I was like, cornbread? Who the fuck eats cornbread for dessert? And she was like, oh, baby, you just don't know.
You just don't know, baby.
And she gave me a warm piece of cornbread, and she drizzled honey over it and gave me a glass of whole milk. And, man, I have never been more impressed with cornbread in my life till you put honey over it.
The strangest thing actually just happened to me from a phrase you just said, my stepmother-in-law.
Yeah.
Isn't every stepmother technically a mother-in-law?
No, because I wouldn't think so, because
she is now your mother by course of law.
Oh, I mean, I see what you're saying there. Yeah.
Because
by marriage,
she is now your mother. So all stepmothers are
man, you
also
just
your
blew my
mother-in-law.
mind, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's why nobody likes their stepmom, like that,
because it's also your mother-in-law. Huh.
Yeah, every now and again we fucking hit on a gem on this shit.
Yeah, every now and then we do. Wow, now you got me on that one.
We just crack some shit. It's like,
Man.
oh my god, that's just been there the whole time.
This entire time that's been sitting right there. Mm-hmm. Well, no, I've never thought about that. It's just like that. I read. I mean, it was recently that I read that and the old McDonald, or there was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o?
Yeah.
Who's Bingo, the farmer or the dog?
Bingo is the dog's name. The farmer is Old McDonald. Old
No,
McDonald
that's
is the farmer.
No,
from-
that's two different songs. Old McDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
They're two songs, but they are about the same farm.
B-I-N-G-O, are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay, well, then that answers that question. Then.
Yeah.
I mean, because I didn't know how to answer that. Because you think about it and you're like, man, there was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o. And you're like, wait a minute, you're right. I automatically assume it's the dog's name.
Yeah.
But what if it's the dude's name?
What if he
and
went
his
to
dog's
clown
name
college
is Chester or something?
Yeah, and farming is just his fallback.
Yeah. He wasn't comfortable in the shoes.
Yeah, wasn't
He
comfortable.
couldn't
in his
handle
shoes.
having the nose over his...
Those are hard shoes to fill. You know?
Oh, man, that's a good joke. I was right there the whole time,
I
too.
was right there the whole time.
Oh, man. Have you ever heard of professional tag?
I have actually.
I've never
I
until recently.
heard about it because like my brother-in-law is a huge sports fan.
Okay.
And in this drought of sportum
Okay.
that we are now
All
in.
right. I was wondering if that's what made this, but this video is actually
Like he was
kinda
so
old.
starved for sports, he actually watched on July 4th the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Championships.
Did he watch that golf thing with Tiger Woods and it was 2 NFL quarterbacks and 2 professional golfers? They teamed up and played a couple weeks ago. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I wasn't over when that would have happened. But he didn't say anything about it, so I'm gonna assume no. But yeah, no, he had like professional. Like I saw this, and it was like professional level tag when it's really just kind of obstacle course running.
Parkour.
Yeah,
it's parkour basically.
Yeah,
You're
it's
chasing your
parkour
buddy.
with somebody chasing you.
Yeah, and you're not on top of a building.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we try to watch those parkour videos. I try to watch them with my kids, or not the parkour, but the ones where people are on top of buildings, walking on the edges and doing handstands. Man, I get so fucking nervous watching those things. So,
And it's like, you never see the videos of the parkour guys dying. Did just none of them die?
no, there are some. But, dude, this professional tag shit's funny as shit.
Whoa.
Almost got him.
Almost got him. Oh, man, that was a good jump right there.
Yeah, I like the way he's about to close in on him. Spoilers. But, the way he jumped up and came around, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he jumped like Spider-Man would jump.
And look at the sportsmanship, man. Like, they're laughing and joking. That's fucking
I
great.
imagine you got to. It's fucking tag. Like, why wouldn't you just laugh and joke and have a good time
It's
with
a
it?
childhood game. It should bring back good memories, man.
I gotta say, like, I do love, like, it's one of those things. It's like when you watch American Ninja Warrior. It's like it's one of those things that's so good because you're like, God, I wish I could fucking set up an obstacle course for me.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Everybody loves running obstacle courses.
How good do you think you do? Like, do you think you could make it any distance whatsoever on that American Ninja Warrior course?
I could make it because I've watched it a few times. Up until there's the there's the cross balance thing where like if you make it a certain way then it drops and it makes it. I probably couldn't make it past that.
Yeah, anything upper like pull-ups and stuff like that, I'm done.
Yeah, because that requires you not only to like pull yourself up, but you got to like grab it and like have that gorilla grip right off the bat. And I know I couldn't do that. Now, as far as like the jumping and swinging, I could probably do.
You think you could jump? Could jump and grab a rope and hold on to it and swing across something?
Yes, I could.
Without knots?
Without knots.
Okay. I don't know. I think I'm dead.
Without knots, I could do it, but I couldn't like grab something off the. And I definitely couldn't do that thing that they do at the end where they jump back and forth between like the plexiglass to get all the way out.
Oh yeah, where they have to stretch all the way out.
Yeah,
like
it's
that?
like 1,000% no on that.
Yeah.
Like I could make it, make it to the same point that the average because when you watch that show, everybody makes it. Everybody can make it kind of to a certain point.
Yeah.
And it's normally like the part where you got to kind of like do the climbing transitions.
Yeah.
And I could make it to that point because, like I said, I could do the bouncing, I could do the running, I could do the jumping. But like, nah, that stuff requires like a 7 masturbation a day grip. Like like, you gotta hold that thing and never.
You need
let
a
go.
little more than the GI Joe Kung Fu grip on that one. Huh? But I don't know how far I'd get. Well, my kids used to love it. And I remember stumbling across a video a while back of a guy set up a course in his backyard for his daughter. She was like 3 or 4 years old, running this little silly course. But it was so adorable because they played the the commentary from the show over the video.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I'm kind of sad there's no like American Ninja Warrior for kids. Like that would be both whimsical and hysterical, and also like kids can jump. Like kids have that kind of like.
I got one in the house.
Yeah, like they like. If you watched American Ninja Warrior for kids, I guarantee you'd be watching it, and then you'd be like, "That's cute," and then some kid would just like Spider-Man leap 8 feet in the air, and you'd just be like, "Wow!"
Well, didn't they do that on Nickelodeon when we were growing up? That
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Well, there was that one, and then there was the one that had like multiple teams, like not Wipeout. That's that other Wipeout's another funniest shit one.
And I think they let
those
kids,
are the average Joes there.
yeah,
for real.
And I think they let kids do Wipeout, don't they?
I haven't seen that one, but no, there was one where it was, and I'm sure one of our 5 listeners is screaming at the top of their lungs, telling me what the name of that show was, but it was like a green team, a red team, and a purple team.
And if you lost, you got slimed.
Something like that.
Like there was
there
slime
was something.
involved.
Yeah, it was
and,
Nickelodeon.
like,
Of course, there was slime involved.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. But they used to do stuff like that where it was, Wet and Wild, Wild and I keep wanting to say Wild and Out or something, but that's already a show.
Yeah, it's already a show.
Anyway, yeah, Nickelodeon I think used to do it.
That was a Nick. That was a
remember
Nick
Dare. Dare was one of them too.
Oh,
Dare and
yeah.
Double Dare. They did.
Yeah.
Like activities, not necessarily obstacle courses, but activities like that. But yeah, you get slimed on that show too.
Yeah, Wild and Out was a show.
What was that
before Nick
guy's
Cannon
name? Yeah, that's it, Nick Cannon.
Yeah, Nick Cannon, and then he said something, and then the internet exploded for a week, and now we've all forgotten about it. Like nobody remembers Nick Cannon now.
Is he? He's done. Like he's been booted off of everything.
Yeah, he got kicked off that show, and but somebody else like brought him back for some other kind of show.
Oh,
I think it was.
Well, he was on that. Is he still doing The Masked Singer, or is that one of the things he got fired from?
I think he got fired from that. I can't say with 100% impunity.
Well, I see Ellen's up here on the bottom of this thing right here. They're canceling her ass too for apparently she treats people like shit or something. I don't know. I don't take stock in none of that shit because disgruntled. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's. I mean, hell, I had a guy that worked for me at Music Mountain Water that told me this whole long list of shit of why I was a piece of shit. I mean, and he's one of the restaurant managers that I deal with now, and I mean.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. People are in the moment, in their moment. Like, I mean, fuck, I don't care. I don't care what you think about me.
Yeah.
I don't care what you got to say about Ellen. I ain't never met the woman. How the fuck am I going to have opinion of it?
I've never, the only time, and honestly, I've never seen her show. The only way that I know Ellen is from her stand-up, and her stand-up was pretty good.
I've seen bits and pieces of her show because I watch a lot of YouTube, and you see the stuff that she, genuinely, on paper, she looks like a good person because, she gives all this shit away.
Yeah.
But...
Well,
I mean, her name and fucking Oprah's name was on that, that list of shit that's been coming out about Epstein. So, hey, man, I don't fucking know.
It's one of those things where it's like, when you have an entire team of people, because like I said, for all shows like that, it's like Jimmy Fallon and, like all those guys look amazing because there's literally a team of people that do nothing but make them look like a good person.
Right. Yeah, you're the face and we're the mechanics.
Yeah, we're the muscle
heartbeat, we're the muscle, we're the veins, we're the blood. Yeah. That makes sense.
So it could, like I said, it could swing either way. Like it wouldn't surprise me because at a certain at a certain level of being separated, kind of from consequences in a certain way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
because like I said, you think Ellen can't get out of a ticket?
I'd be willing to bet. I mean, if our mayor can get out of a DWI.
Yeah. Well, that's
allegedly.
That's
hey, I don't care.
That's Louisiana good old boys politics right there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, man. If he onto that, if he did do it, I don't give a shit, man. Did anybody get hurt? No. I mean, we're all guilty.
We've talked about it.
Yeah, we're all guilty of it. So fuck it. Who gives a fuck? So do you deal with anything like? There's been a lot of talk of aliens and shit lately.
Oh,
and everybody, since the government came out and said what they said, it seems like everybody is posting about UFO sightings.
Well, here's
everybody.
Here's the thing that really kind of irks me about everybody jumping on this bandwagon. When I was going through flight school, when I got my pilot's license, here's a thing that apparently nobody knew. UFOs have been a thing forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you are flying, if you ever come across something that you don't know what it is, you report it to the FAA.
Hold on, wait a second. Is it something that you can't identify?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it makes it if
you
don't know what it is, that makes it
flying object.
An unidentified. Oh.
Yeah. And they
Huh.
that has been the rule of the FAA since its inception. Be like, if you see some shit flying around, you don't know what it is, call it in.
Yeah.
Now that rule was probably instituted originally for, in case KGB, agents are flying over or whatever.
You see a spy plane.
Yeah, phone it in, and that kind of increased their eyes in the sky. But like the FAA has had I think they have like 4 rooms, like huge rooms with file cabinets that have been devoted to unidentified flying objects for years, and all of those records have not all of them, the majority of them have been made public because they're over 20 years old.
Right.
So it's like the fact that the Navy's like, yeah, we had an unidentified flying object. It's like, motherfucker, the FAA's had boxes of this shit for decades.
Well, I mean, that one that the Navy shows, that's kind of crazy, whatever that is. Mm-hmm. You know, the one where they're tracking I think it's called the Tic Tac.
Yeah.
Where they track that's kind of crazy. Especially when you think about all the, like, if what they're saying, if what they're saying is accurate about what they measured, is that it went from 80,000 feet in elevation to 2 feet in elevation or above sea level in a matter of like half a second.
Yeah. Here's an interesting point that I actually didn't know, but my mom is an expert researcher, and so she's always looking for like correlations and shit.
Right.
And what she found out is 2 days after the Navy came out and announced the UFO, there was a patent filed for the Navy in the U.S. Patent Office for a craft that uses an experimental this is going to get kind of weirdly technical. It's kind of like a spatial vortex drive, basically.
Okay.
It creates a void space or a complete vacuum, and then accelerates plasma. In the patent, it says it accelerates plasma around it. And then it uses that force of accelerated plasma around a vacuum as its main propulsion method.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that came out 2 days after they...
Yeah, they announced that that they went public with the UFO.
Well, have you ever seen anything crazy?
In the sky when I was flying?
Yeah. Or period, I guess. Something, unidentified that you can't tell.
Not really. Like, I've never seen anything. I've never seen anything in the sky where I was just like, I looked up and I was just like, oh, because I'm immediately like, that's either the space station, that's either a plane. Like, I've never seen anything that like really shocked my, be like, oh man, nothing can fly like that.
Well, I've had a couple of instances where, like, and one was recent. One, I was able to, like, by the end of us seeing what we were seeing, we were able to tell what it was, because all it was off in the distance. Like, we were standing out front here, and off in the distance that way, you could see a red light. It would kind of just move up and down, and it was a bright, like, reddish colored light. It wasn't quite red like you would typically see on like an airplane flashing red. It was an amberish reddish light. Couldn't tell what it was. Looked really weird. Looked like it was way the fuck off. But then my neighbor's air conditioner and my air conditioner both turned off at the same time, and it got quiet, and you could hear the faint sound of, it was a drone. Somebody was playing with a drone in their backyard a couple blocks over.
Yeah.
So, but I've seen satellites. I've seen the space station. We all know what that looks like.
Yeah, we all know what that looks
like. So
it
looks like a star that's moving. Not shooting, but moving. One steady pace, one direction, not moving left or right, going boom, hauling ass. I don't know. We may have talked about it on this already. Me and Glenn may have talked about it. But I was walking across the street not too long ago, and I always look up to the sky. I always do. I don't know why. I'm fascinated by the stars. I love it. And I look up and I see a satellite, and I'm like, oh shit, there's a satellite. And then I happen to notice there's another one, like right, and there was 12 to 15 satellites, evenly spaced out from one another, going the same speed, all going the same direction. 12 to 15 of them.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like that. It was a formation, if I may. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And maybe it's the Space Force, and they were, there was, 12 or 13 planes going, whatever. But I know what I saw. I know for a fact I saw it. I don't know what they were. I don't know if it's like a weather satellite that, if there's 15 of them that, do something.
Because they do keep a geosync orbit.
Right. And if there's a series of satellites that, work together, like 12 to 15 of them that work together for whatever reason. I saw them.
GPS works that way.
I saw them the other day.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things where I've seen one, always one. I've never seen that many
normally
grouped together.
Yeah, normally that many is grouped together because every now and again, it doesn't happen often. I think it happens like once every 5 years or so, but they'll group like 20 to 25 satellites together, and they'll do like a full detailed like mapping of the Earth.
Okay, that would make sense. Well, the
very rare though, because normally like the way, because everybody kind of bids on their own orbital ring.
Yeah.
And so it's very rare that you get enough space in all of the orbital rings to like put that there.
Well, whatever it was impressive. And it's things like that make you think that, man, I can see how people believe in UFOs and aliens and shit.
Oh, I 100% believe in aliens.
But, again, we don't really, I've never shook hands with one. I've never seen alien craft. We're not benefiting. Well, I say we're not benefiting. We might be benefiting from alien technology.
And here's the thing. Everybody's constantly like, oh, well, if they're aliens, what are they doing here? I know exactly what the fuck they're doing here.
Studying us as species or what?
No. Here's the thing. Earth is a great mapping point because we send out a shit ton of signals, and because because we have a steady orbit, and you can pretty much track our general. And
where we're gonna be.
Yeah, and so here's what a lot of people I think would be interested in. So if you have what would be considered faster than light travel, here's what in what most theories would congru about it. If you are traveling faster than light, you don't have navigation equipment on. You can't. You're moving faster than any kind of data that would pour in.
Okay.
Which means that you have to make hops. You have to stop, recalibrate all your equipment, and then prepare for the next jump.
Right. Okay.
Earth is an amazing point to do that.
Because of all the things that us as human beings do, reaching to the stars, all the electricity that we use, all the signals that are being put off, the magnetic field that
it's more the magnetic field that's put off. It makes it a great reference point. The fact that I imagine if you knew, you could kind of track certain radio waves to
and that would make sense why people talk about these high energy points that would be for and that's why you see aliens in these hot spots. That would make perfect sense. Yeah.
They stop. They recalibrate their navigation equipment, which could, I've never been inside a spaceship like that. Could take an hour, could take a day, could take 12 minutes. Who the fuck even knows?
It could be boom, boom.
Yeah. They might, pick up some water while they're here. Or
I got shit, man.
Yeah.
Let me pull over here on Earth.
Yeah, let me pull over here on Earth. I got to take a shit.
Hey, here's a cow. Anybody want to eat?
Yeah.
I'll take his tongue.
Oh, I guarantee you, the cow's a souvenir. It's not even like.
Look at it! It's mooing. Hold on, get it up here.
Yeah, get it up here.
Take his dick. I want to suck it.
Yeah, let's put it out there. Let's bring it back to the kids.
Why would an alien want to suck a cow dick?
They're
impressive.
But yeah, pick up some tchotchkes while they're here, and then just fucking bolt out.
A Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. That's to say that they didn't build the pyramids to be navigation points for them.
Yeah. Well, I know when you see weird shit, it would definitely, make you question things, especially if you're just an idiot. Kind of like if I saw this right here and I didn't know that it was a SpaceX video.
Fucking whoa.
Tell me that's not awesome. This is a time lapse of SpaceX exiting the atmosphere. Tell me you saw something like that, you wouldn't be like, wait, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, that's a fucking warp drive if I ever seen one right there, man.
Yeah, that is so impressive.
Mm-hmm. God, man, I love everything fucking space. Like, Japan is building Gundams for fun. I love the level of, that human technology is now.
Look, it looks like semen. SpaceX just busted a nut in the atmosphere.
I guarantee you pull 5Gs, you're busting them out.
Yeah, I think they're going a little faster than 5Gs. So, yeah, and when I see stuff like that, that right there is awesome. I've never seen that. And there's been how many space launches that they've had?
Yeah.
And nobody's ever captured that. I wonder if there's more footage like that out there. I just don't know.
Well, you got to remember, most SpaceX uses a different kind of launch system than everybody else. Like
But is the fuel different? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that could just be a fuel whatever the exhaust is interacting with the actual atmosphere.
Yeah, because all the other ones use liquid nitrogen, not liquid hydrogen, and I think SpaceX uses some kind of proprietary nitrogen-based mixture.
Highly explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it took them X amount of years to develop it.
Right.
Because that fuel, it takes a lot less of it, and it's more compact, which makes it better for, getting shit into space. A lot less expensive also, but it took them an extra...
I heard it's like $250,000 a pound.
Yeah.
To send a pound of payload is like $250,000. Maybe it's $25,000 a pound.
It's $25,000.
There, okay, that sounds a lot more reasonable.
Yeah.
But, speaking of did you hear about the explosion today in Beirut?
I saw some stuff on Facebook about it. I don't know a lot about it.
I have a video for you.
All right, hit me.
All right.
Hit me with that.
Now, I want to warn our viewers out there. This video is crazy as fuck. It's supposed to be a fireworks place or something like that, fireworks depot. But
Man, all these fireworks depots go up.
Wait,
what,
dude? Look at the buildings. If you look down here, like if you watch right along these, watch the tops of these buildings start just ripping off as that thing explodes. Like it's such a massive explosion.
Yeah.
You see it.
Yeah.
It's and there's 20 or 30 different views of it. But I think this was the best one because I read this morning that it was, or after it happened, that it was a fireworks depot. And man, that first angle of it, you don't see any of those popping down there because it's like from the backside of this big white building or something.
Yeah.
And you don't see any of that stuff popping off. And I was thinking to myself, man, I've seen fireworks things go off and blow up.
Yeah.
And they look like a fucking fireworks display. And this angle of it, you can actually see those little, explosions happening right there. And that makes me, believe that.
But no, that when it's about to hit right here, that is not a fireworks depot explosion.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than likely, the most reasonable solution is that, because what a lot of the, because this is in Beirut, right?
Yes.
All right. So what a lot of professional arms traffickers will do is they'll buy, fireworks places and stuff like that because you can store a shitload of munitions in them. And then if dogs come through or if inspectors come through, be like, oh, you got a whole bunch of gunpowder around here.
Yeah, what do you think? It's a fireworks place. Well, I know that the first video that I watched, or the first couple of videos that I watched, man, that thing was pouring the deepest red smoke. Like almost like a burgundy smoke is what was flowing up afterwards. And most time you see smoke, it's clear, or not clear, it's white, it's gray, or it's black. Mm-hmm. Depending on what's happening. Yeah. I've never seen red smoke like that. So yeah, I'd like to know what the fuck actually blew up because that's a big ass explosion.
Well, I do know that
60 people found dead, thousands of people injured, glass blown out like 6-7 miles out.
Yeah. Again, because they have fireworks factories explode in Mexico all the time.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of videos of them.
They don't do that.
They don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What probably happens, because I don't know about red smoke, but I do know that napalm can sometimes give off an orange smoke.
Yeah, I've seen napalm explosions, and I don't know nothing
it's not
about
that
it.
powerful.
I don't think that was it. There.
The only thing that's powerful, that is that powerful of an explosion classically is a fuel air bomb.
Okay.
Because the thing about it is that the explosion was so intense that it actually sucked all the air in around it from a very sizable
thing.
and then that compression with the flame created the shock wave that went out, that is how a fuel air bomb
That makes
works.
sense.
But it takes a gigantic one to do that.
Have you ever seen whiskey freeze?
I didn't whiskey. You can freeze whiskey?
At -70, you can.
Oh man, so you could have yourself a little whiskey pop.
Man, I've never seen it, but I mean, how the hell you get it? I mean, I guess you got to put it inside something to get it to -70. You didn't just you just didn't leave that outside.
Yeah, you didn't leave it in the freezer, like,
No.
because like I said, I think only like certain parts of the Arctic get down to -70.
I wonder if any commercial deep freezers get down that low. Why would you ever want to freeze something that deep?
The only things that I know that go that low are sperm bank freezers.
All right.
But I don't even think they go down to -70. I know that they go down.
No, you got to do it yourself. They don't go down.
Yeah,
nothing.
they don't go down at all.
Well, man,
What are we SpaceX sperm of the sky.
Hey, that SpaceX video is pretty neat.
Yeah, check it out. Absolutely,
Yeah.
it's fucking amazing.
What's on there?
Oh, good, it's on there. I'm glad our viewers got to see that.
I'm learning how to do things a little better.
Man, look at you.
Look at me.
Bro.
I don't know if you've watched it yet, but I have his Mancave Productions logo. I did a little
Fancy.
like video for it, so it kind of like swoops in and then swoops out in the beginning. So I've been playing it over us talking in the beginning, and then I do it at the end as well.
Love it.
So I think I had the end of Tamachio. You remember when Tamachio was laughing like a witch or whatever?
Yeah, like that deep cackle.
Yeah, I isolated that and put it at the end of the episode for his episode. So yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do it. I'm trying to get a buddy of mine. I'm hoping that we can get a few more guests in here soon.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about a couple of them.
Yeah.
I talked to Molly today. She said that once her work stuff settles down, she'd love to come back in.
Yeah.
So we'll get her ass back in here. But I'm trying to get a homeboy of mine that plays guitar. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to get him in here just to talk with him, see how he's been doing, but to get him to play for me.
Yeah.
Because I think I can isolate some
Serenade
of that
your
stuff. I mean, this is
soul.
my guy. This is the guy that I learned how to play the drums with. So this is my guy. He is one of the coldest guitar players I've ever met, and he's just.
He's off getting the beach while you're just playing with your sticks.
That's right. That's how it works.
That's how a good drummer do.
I can live with that, man. I'm married with 3 kids. I've been playing with my own sticks for a while.
Yep.
So, all right, man. Well, go ahead and call it.
Yeah, I think with that we hit. I think we hit some good points.
I do too.
I think we unveiled some conspiracies.
I think so. I feel like it's good. I like talking with you, man. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. I feel like we have good conversations. So
yeah,
and I think the show prep was pretty good. I've been.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can show you like every time I find something, I just drop it in and save it basically.
Yeah.
So that way, whenever I'm going to look something up, later, or if I want to pull it up like I did tonight.
I hope that I don't know if anybody else can see this, but it's just like
they can.
Yeah,
Just a second, let me
the
click
Jonathan
on this.
Kim, decorated Navy SEAL, Harvard doctor, and NASA astronaut. If this man isn't slaying all the pussy, then something is wrong.
What is he like? What's the focus? Just the fact that he was a Marine and a doctor and an astronaut.
Navy SEAL.
Navy.
not
Excuse
Marine.
me. I'm sorry. Navy
He would
SEAL.
kick your ass for making that.
Hey, he might be a Marine.
Marines and
he might be
Navy
a
do
Marine
not
that
get
went into the Navy SEAL. 'cause
Marines and
Marines
Navy do not get along.
But I thought Marines can be Navy. Can't you be a Marine and go into Navy
No,
SEAL training
Marines
school?
have special operations.
Oh, okay. I thought anybody could try to do it.
Hold on.
Buds?
No, it's
No. That's what they do. Anyway.
So, oh man, I forget. God, I forget. Like, they ever their own special operations
Okay. I didn't
unit.
realize that. I thought SWAT was the elite of all of them.
No,
I didn't realize that.
No, there's Navy SEALs. There's Army Green Berets. There's Marine SOPIC or something. And then there's the Air Force has somebody too.
The Raiders. So the Army has the Green Berets, while the Navy is known for the SEALs. Now an elite branch of the U.S. Marine Corps will officially be known as the Raiders.
Okay, so yeah, they yeah. So it looks like they've developed a name for themselves now because they used to just be like they had like an acronym
I gotcha.
of like Special Operations Combat SOPIC or something.
Gotcha.
But they had their own elite unit. The Air Force technically does too, but I've never learned their name.
Yeah, and it didn't just pop up on that one, so and I already closed the window out.
But back to this guy again. I know we're going long for this, but the
no, we're
internet
good, man.
like,
it's all good.
Let this man, like, if this man approaches you, offer yourself to him. We need all of his sperm through everyone. Like, again, Navy SEAL, Harvard doctor, NASA astronaut. He is the fucking triple threat elite.
That's right.
And I hope that all of this is accurate, because if this is just some guy that went through a fucking photo booth and did shit.
No, what it is somebody's racist, and they all look alike to us anyway. So, Heyo! What a way to fuck it up.
What a way to fuck it up.
No, man, the dude looks like he's a legit badass. Yeah. His name is Jonny.
Mm-hmm.
My man, of course he's a badass. That's
Johnny
what I'm talking
Kim.
about. Jonny Kim. Good job, brother.
Yeah. Good job on all of that. You've lived you are living a rich and full life.
Definitely lived a life.
Yeah.
So thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. And again, I'm sure you have a loving and wonderful wife. Donate every drop of sperm you can, and have as many children as you can.
Yeah.
Because you're from good stock, and we need more of it.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, well, go blow this NASA guy. Mm-hmm. Well, don't let him finish in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. No anal.
No anal.
All right.
Only on his birthday.
Well, with that only on his birthday. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, with that said, like and subscribe.
Turn
on them
subscribe.
notifications. Comment.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do a giveaway.
You want to do a giveaway?
I want to do a giveaway.
What are we giving away?
I guess if you the first 10 to subscribe, I'll pull your name from it and give you one of my paintings.
That's actually fucking really cool and legit, and it's honest, and it's fucking...
Yeah, it's right here. It's one of the ones. I'll even let you decide which one I'll... well, I can't really do anything about it now. I'll edit pictures in, so it'll be this one. This one. This one.
That's the sexy one.
Oh, yeah. Or we'll just do those three out of those three. So, yeah, and I'm like I said, it's nothing major, but
it's our way of showing that we care.
So if if there's one person that comments before the next episode that comes out, then guess what? You're the winner of whichever one you want. Yeah. And if there's 10 of you guys, then I'll pull the name and we'll go from there.
Yeah, and we'll announce it next week.
Announce it on the next episode. All right. Well, we appreciate it once again. Like, subscribe, turn on them notifications. Let us know how you feel.
And anything that you want us to talk about on the show, we'll deep dive in and do our research on.
Yeah, the email here is you can reach us at my podcast, hismancave@gmail.com. You can reach us at hismancaveproductions@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. We are Facebook. I think it's Glenn Johnny Cast on Facebook, I think is what it is.
Also, leave a comment on any cosplay video on Pornhub, and I guarantee I'll see it.
Yeah, we'll check it out. We'll see how to do it. Give it the good old once over.
Yep.
All right, well, thanks again, you guys. We're out.